the harvest. Oh, I love the fall. The chill in the air, the bright colors, the long shadows, the musty smells. I guess it's because I was born in the fall, October. Oh, it's a glorious month here in New England. Pumpkin pies and church suppers, the cider press, and putting food by. And the leaves. Oh, everywhere there are leaves. And leaves means raking. Every day, every morning, every fall, you'll find me outside raking the leaves. Down the walkway, out to the mailbox, making a path. It's a ritual, a yearly ritual, a habitual ritual. Oh, the year is filled with them. Winter rituals, spring rituals, summer rituals, and here in October, the ritual of raking leaves. I like it. Yeah, I do. For 35 years, ever since I've come to this place, I've been doing this. I've been engaging in this ritual. In fact, well, without it, where would I be? Lately, I've been thinking more and more about rituals. I think it began a few weeks ago when I was talking to my husband one evening.
I don't want to change the way we run the office. I mean, that's the way it's always been. We can't afford to make any changes. People like things just the way they are.
All I was thinking of doing was having a little gallery in our shop there to feature some of the local artists we have here in the Common. Oh, we have so many incredibly talented painters, sculptors, photographers. We could make a little extra money on the side. But no. You couldn't see it. He can't, you see. He's a fourth generation of Denton who's run this orchard. His father and his father before him and his father too. Since 1921. That's over 90 years. And in all that time, very few changes have been made to this place. Change is not a very welcome word around here, really. It's the rituals, the habitual rituals that define our lives here, and I guess they always will. We have a daughter. Katrina's her name. Oh, she's 24. She is a beautiful child, so graceful and so generous of spirit. There's an artistic side to her that I think comes from me, but her stubbornness, her headstrong quality, well, that's from Scofield. We had a son, Scofield Denton V. He died. We called him Sco. Well, he died 10 years ago in a tractor accident. Yes, 10 years ago to this date.
Marjorie, it's time. First tour bus is pulling in the driveway. Looks like a full group, too. That's good. We'll treat them right. So if you go down and greet them, I'll get the cider press ready. I always love to see that cider press working. So I'll man the press, you take care of the cash register. Katrina can lead the tours in the orchard, and Tom? Where's Tom?
Well, Tom's our hired hand.
Tom can take care of the hay rides. They always love to see a hay ride.
Oh.
Well, Katrina, where is that girl? Jeez.
Ooh, is the bus here? I thought I heard the bus pull up.
Yes, it's here. Tom, he's expecting you. That's our life here, you see? Just us four. Myself, I'm Marjorie, my husband Scofield, our daughter Katrina, and Tom. One big, happy family.
Marjorie!
Oh, coming! When the customers arrive, you must be ready.
Mama, can I get away this afternoon? I need to go to the village. There's something I need to do.
Why? Well, what is it, John? Well, we have customers, of course.
I know it's a busy day and all, but there's this play I want to audition for. I really think I can do the part. Can I go?
Well,
Can you tell him that I had to run an errand for you in town?
You want me to lie for you? No, that would not be right.
Just a little lie.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think I could do that. You're just gonna have to talk to him yourself. Oh, now don't be so blue about it. I'm sure it'll be all right.
Guess I'll have to grin and bear it.
Katrina, where have you been? The customers are arriving. First customers of the season.
I know.
Come on, let's get a move on.
It's an old story, you see. Katrina's wanted to be an actress, I don't know, ever since the 4th grade. School productions and all, but her father thought that these were a waste of time, that her primary duty was here on the orchard. And she was first and foremost a denton. And well, since her brother's death, and someone had to take up the family mantle. Oh, I got to go. These leaves will have to wait. Oh. Lovely, lovely autumn leaves. The time goes by so fast.
$10, $20, $30, $40, $50. That's for today. Good work, Tom. We got through that first day really well, and it's because of you. I mean, you stepped right up to the plate and got us ready.
Thank you, sir.
Well, tomorrow should be a big one. Always is. Not as good as today because of the tour bus, but we cannot rest on the laurels. We've got to be ready.
You expect another 200 or 300?
Maybe, if it's a nice day, and it's supposed to be.
All right, I'll be ready. 8 o'clock sharp.
8 o'clock, yep. Say, Tom, what are you doing tonight? You got any plans?
Oh, I don't know. Thought I'd relax. It's been a long day.
How would you like to take Katrina to the movies or something?
I don't know. I mean, I guess, if she wants to.
Katrina, come here. I want to talk to you.
What is it?
So, Tom here wants to take you to the movies tonight. You want to go?
I'm kind of bush. Papa.
Well, you wouldn't have to do the dishes. Your mother or I can handle that.
I don't think so. Thanks anyway, Tom.
Pleasure. Well, good night, everyone. I'll see all of you in the morning.
Good night.
He's such a nice boy. He's always been such a nice boy, hasn't he?
Yes.
Okay, everybody, look, we did really well today. Took in $2,000. Not bad. Not bad at all.
How much of that was in apples, dear?
Well, maybe half the usual one. Maybe a little more than that, but about half.
Tired, dear?
Yeah, like that. I don't see how the energy to work on that quilt.
Oh, got to. The quilt festival's next weekend.
Is it? Mm-hmm. I forgot.
Well, that will bring in some customers. It always does.
Papa, do I have to work tomorrow?
Well, of course you do. We all do. Katrina, what is the matter with you? You know on opening weekend we all have to double duty.
I know, but...
But what?
Well,
Well, say it, child.
all right, I was going to tell you earlier, but I'll tell you now. The Kingsbury plays are having auditions this weekend. They had some today, the last ones are tomorrow, and I really want to audition for a part.
A part? In what?
A play, a part in a play.
You know how I feel about those things?
I know, Papa, but it gives me such joy. I just love it so much.
No. Go ahead, do what you want. Waste your time on amateur theatrics. They're just a waste of time.
Papa, they're not.
Yes, they are. They put silly, newfangled notions in your head. Pretty soon you'll be running off to Boston or New York and get your heart broken by those dreams of yours, and then you'll come back to us and wish you had never left.
But I love it so much.
No, you only think you do. Your mother and I did not raise you up on this farm so you could throw it away on theater.
Just this once?
No, Because once is not enough. I know how these things work. Once you're hooked in these things, you're hooked for life. You'll be going off to touring, going to cities. You'll never see you. And then what would happen to Denton's orchards?
Oh, I can't think of such things.
And why not? 4 generations, child. 4 generations of Dentons have worked this place. It's an institution. It's our lives. It's my life. It's your mother's life. It's your life too.
Oh, why is he so stubborn?
You do what you want to do, dear. You just follow your dreams. The quilt festival is always a huge success. I won 3rd prize last year. It's always the first weekend in October, well, sometimes it's Columbus Day. It's held right down the road at the old Grange in Kingsbury Common. It's quite famous. People come from all over. And then we have chicken pie suppers and pumpkin pies. Well, we always have pumpkin pies this time of year. Oh, and as always, I rake. I like raking. It's soothing. It's methodical. Again, it's ritual. They have their rituals too. Well, everything has its rituals. Everything happens at the right time of year. When the light dies, the leaves die too. The geese, the frost, the tamaracks, and the snow. The inevitable snow. I took up basket making about 10 years ago. I needed something a little different. It's a lost art. Oh, there's so much to learn about it. I read a book and then I took a class at the local community college. We cut our own ribs. From ash logs we harvest right here on the farm. We like to use material we have not bought. It's very meditative, I think. It makes the time go by. And then we sell our baskets in the shop. Oh, the tourists love them. I like the process. It's soothing. It's satisfying.
Time to open the shop again. Say, we got any more of those baskets for the customers today?
Oh, no, not yet. I'm working on this one. We'll have some by next weekend.
I've been getting awfully tired of the shop these days. Getting on, I guess. I've been thinking, maybe we should turn over more of it to Katrina and Tom, assuming they ever get married. I'm getting old. We're both getting old. It's a lot of work.
What would we do?
I don't know. Sit in the porch in our rockers and watch the world slip away.
Hard to imagine it.
Is it? Well, maybe it is. It's all I've ever known. Oh, we'll talk about it later. Here's the customer.
He's talked that way before. Every year he seems to talk more and more like that. It must be hard growing up on a place like this. It's hard enough for me to think about another life, other choices, but Scofield, well, he grew up on this orchard, watching his father and his grandfather. Oh, the burden must be overwhelming.
Hello, Marjorie. Reporting for work. Is it time?
Yes, it's time, Tom. The days go by cooler and cooler now. Time to bring in the pumpkins and the squash. Time to think about putting the gardens to bed.
Morning, Mama.
Morning, child. You don't look like you've had much sleep.
I couldn't sleep. I wanted to audition so bad. I wanted that part. I still want it.
What time is the audition today?
1 o'clock. Can I audition, Mama, please?
Just don't tell your father.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is the best thing for me. This is exactly what I need.
I knew it was a risk to allow her to do such a thing, but she's so young and vital. Oh, like any mother, I just want her to be happy.
Marjorie, I need some help out here.
I could have had some fun like that when I was young.
$30, $40, $50. Another good day. Jeez, it was a good day.
Yes, it was.
You know, I thought it'd be as good as yesterday, but boy, it was better. Even better than the opener.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah, so we're closed tomorrow. It's Monday. Could use your help getting those pumpkins in, but I can't force you. Everybody needs a day off.
Oh, I'll be here, sir. I'll be back to help.
Ah, you're a good man, Tom Burns. You're a good man.
Just trying to do an honest day's work, sir. Nothing more.
Tom, go. There's more to it than that. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Other people trying to cut corners in this life, looking for the easy way. In the end, what do they know? They got nothing. No skills, no work ethic. Their bones are brittle and their minds are lazy. They want everything handed to them on a spoon. No, don't ever belittle what you do, Tom. Don't ever underestimate the value of a good day's work.
No, sir. I won't, sir.
Okay. Well, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, bright and early I'll be here. Good night, Marjorie.
Good night, Tom.
Well, that was a good long day. Profitable and healthy.
Healthy?
Sure. To be out in the orchard, smell the apples, the sweet taste of them, ripe and juicy. Just makes it all seem worthwhile somehow. Hey, where was Katrina anyway? She never came to help with the tours.
I gave her the day off, dear.
Really?
Well, if you really want to know the truth, I let her go to that audition.
What? Now, why would you do that?
Oh, she really wanted to go. She was just begging to go. It means so much to her.
Well, I hope this doesn't mean she wants a role in whatever play they're doing.
But of course, why would she audition if she didn't want to go?
Just what we need, and right in the middle of harvest time.
Well, she won't be gone that much, just evenings and weekends.
Weekends? I mean, that's when I need her the most. That's when I have to count on her.
Well, maybe we could hire someone else, an extra head for a few hours.
No, we couldn't. I mean, we need all the income we can get. And we'd have to train them. That would take weeks. No, we do not have the luxury to hire somebody new.
Oh, she seems so sad. She wanted it so badly.
Well, there are all kinds of things we want badly that we can't have. That trip to the Maine coast, a new cider press. We could always use a better sign.
Well, I don't know what to say or do. She was so unhappy. You would not let her go to that audition.
Ah, that from her little adventure in town?
I'm back for my audition.
How did it go, dear? Did you get the part?
Well, I think I did. I think I did. Oh, they really seemed to like me so much. The director, he was such a nice man. He had me stay later than I was supposed to, and read several scenes with the actor who's playing Eaton. He is such a good actor. I was so nervous.
Oh, no, dear. I'm sure you were wonderful.
I said something stupid. They asked if I'd ever done O'Neill before. He's the playwright. And I said I didn't even know who he was. I never read him before. I felt like such a
Well,
doll.
I don't think that matters, dear.
Oh, but there were such good actors there. Clara Johnson, she's so beautiful. And then these other girls from down country, I couldn't hold a candle to them. I just,
No.
I feel so inadequate.
No, dear. You're...
But the director. You would have said to me after I finished my audition for him. He said, you have such sweet eyes. Nobody ever talked to me that way before. Sweet eyes. Ah! I hope I did all right.
Oh, I'm sure you did, dear.
I'm sorry I wasn't here this afternoon, Papa. You get along all right without me, though?
We managed.
Well, Tom was here, wasn't he? I mean, you weren't alone?
Yes.
Yes, dear. Tom was here.
You want some help with that corn, Mama?
Oh, no, I'm okay. I'm almost ready anyway. Hey, you can help set the table. I'm just going to put this on the pot. It's already boiling on the stove. You can help us get ready.
You're not mad at me for going to the audition, are you, Papa?
No,
Well, that's good.
I'm not mad so much as disappointed. I hoped you wouldn't go, but it's done. You've had your fun. Of course, you won't take the role, will you? And if they ask you, you will turn them down, won't you?
Of course, she did get offered the role, and she did get it. I mean, she did take it against her father's wishes. Well, it was only one part in one play. She's been in plays before, high school, elementary school, but this was different. This was a community production. And, well, it's a big deal in our little community, Kingsbury Common. Oh, it is just a small New England town like many others, but we take ourselves very seriously sometimes. Our quilt festival is famous, and our maple festival in the spring. People come from all over for our church suppers and hunters' breakfasts. The community singers put on an excellent show during Christmas time, and our little community theater, well, some people think it's pretty good. It's well done. I even had a part in a play there once. Oh, years ago, before I met Scofield even. That was just a bit part, but oh, I enjoyed it just the same. I remember it well. Well, there was an actor in the play. A lovely, sandy-haired boy named Nick. We had a little affair. A backstage romance, I think you call it. Oh, it was very sweet. Oh, I enjoyed that play very much. I think that's where Katrina gets her interest in theater. Well, I fancy I could have gone on the stage at one time, but I chose differently. I got married, and well, like Scofield, I married the orchard. 35 years ago. In the spring, at apple blossom time. Oh, it was a beautiful day, except I got stung by a bee. Well, there was a bee in my bouquet, and I reached in to smell the bouquet, and the bee stung me right on the nose. I had to go through the whole ceremony with this huge welt on my nose. Oh, memories. Why do we remember the bee stings? Why does it matter at all what we remember? I remember that the autumn light changed early that year, and it wasn't because of daylight savings, although that had something to do with it. It always does. Sometimes I wonder about daylight savings. It's the politicians in more temperate climates that invented it, I think. I mean, if they lived up here in the North Country, they would never have done such a thing. It's so harsh, so final, like a big black curtain falling down over an autumn stage. Oh, Katrina continued with her play, and the more she did it, oh, the more she brightened. She was studious too. Oh, always learning her lines. She took better care of herself, I noticed, and how she dressed, and how she held herself, and how she smelled. She bathed more often, took more showers. At first I thought, maybe she's having a backstage romance like I had many years ago. But no, I don't think that was it. The play just gave her more confidence in herself, made her feel special, wanted, needed, like she had a certain role to play in life, an important role. A role that other people were depending upon her to fulfill. An important role. Of course, she always had a role to play here on the orchard, but that was a role we wanted her to play. This was a role she wanted to play, a role that she chose for herself.
Oh, Mama. Can you help me with the lines, please?
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Where to start?
At the top of the page.
I'm off to California with a washbowl on my knee.
Well, this here's the last of them, ain't it, Ephraim? This here's a real nice bed. It's a real nice bedroom. Is it my room, Ephraim?
Orin! Oh, they'd be up to something. Maybe they poisoned the stock or something. And then he exits and in comes Even.
Be you even? I'm Abby. I mean, I'm your new mom.
No damn ye.
Your pa spoke a lot of you.
Ha!
You mustn't mind him. He's an old man. I don't want to pretend to play Maudie, even. You're too big and strong for that. I want to be friends with you. For a friend, maybe...
Ye fine?
He'd find you like living here better. I can make it easier for you. I calculate I can get him to do almost anything for me.
Ha! You can go to the devil!
If cussing does you any good, cuss all you mind. I know this. I'm all prepared to have you give me at first. I don't blame you nothing. I feel the same way at any stranger coming to take my ma's place. Take my ma's place. Oh, I just learned this!
He must
have cared a lot for your ma, didn't you? My ma died before I growed. I don't remember her none. I don't remember her none.
But you?
But you won't hate me long, even. I'm not the worst in the world.
In this world.
In this world, and you and I...
You and me, it says.
Ah, you and me. I've got a lot in common, right?
Right.
I can tell that just by looking at you. Well, I've had a hard life, too. Oceans... Right.
There's work to do, you know.
Oceans of trouble and nothing but work for reward.
Did you hear me, Katrina?
Oceans of nothing but work for reward. I heard you, Papa. I heard you. I gotta get these lines down. I don't know this. I did very well.
I was an orphan.
I was an orphan early, right?
Right.
Early. And worked for...
And had to work.
And had to work for others, in other folks' homes, and the baby died, and my husband got sick and died too, and I was glad staying.
Need some help out here.
Ah!
It went on that way for weeks. Katrina would focus on her part in the play, and Scofield always trying to pry her away from it. It wasn't particularly pleasant. Oh, I busied myself with the usual rituals of the fall. Pumpkin display. Oh, we always did a remarkable display of pumpkins. And pumpkin and squash pies, and homemade applesauce. All for the tourists. No. The customers, as Scofield always referred to them as, never the tourists. And the straw men, well, we had to set up our straw men and women, and the corn stalks beside them. Oh, so much to do, but it was all part of the ritual, the seasonal rituals of our lives.
Another good day. Well, the days have been good lately.
Yes, sir. Yes, they have. Well, good night, everyone.
Good night, Tom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Good night, Tom.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Say, Tom, you want to try some of that apple butter I made earlier? Well, actually, I need your opinion about it. Just wait here a sec. I'll be right back. Marjorie, can you help me with something for a minute?
Okay.
You can have a seat if you want to.
Okay. All right. You got a lot of lines?
Oh, yeah, actually quite a lot. Do you know the play?
What's it called?
Desire in the Yums with Gino Neal?
Nah. Guess not. Never heard of it.
Will you come see it though?
Sure. Sure I will. I mean, I've seen everything you've done.
Really? You have?
Yeah, sure, since you were a little kid.
Let's see. But hey, even the dumb roles I had in high school?
They were never done. I just liked seeing you up there, that's all.
We've known each other a long time, haven't we, Tom?
Well, yeah, since we were kids in kindergarten. You know that. In Miss Evans' class.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Miss Evans' class. Don't you remember her?
Sevens. I can't say that I do. That was a long time ago. You want to help me learn lines, Tom?
Well, okay,
You
sure.
don't have to. If you
No,
want to.
that's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks so much. That'd be a big help. Just give me the cue I ain't heard it too. Ain't the sun strong and hot even? You can feel it burning down into the earth, making you want to grow into something big. Nature. You feel it burning inside you, and it burns inside you, and it makes you, it owns you, but it's yours too, and it makes you want to grow bigger, like them trees, like them animals.
Nature will be.
I know. Nature will be cheating. You might as well own up to it first, last.
If Pod hear you going on, but you've made such a damned, Idiot. But you've made such a damned idiot out of the old devil.
Well, ain't it easier for you when I'm changing softer? What? Where did you stop? Hi, Papa.
Don't hide, Papa. I thought I'd leave you alone so you could spend some time together, which you don't seem to do anymore. And what happens? You go right back to that damn script. Can't you think about anything besides that play?
Papa, I have to learn my lines.
What, all the time? You have to learn your lines all the time?
Papa?
Oh, go ahead. The place is falling apart anyway.
Oh, Scofield.
No, I mean, I just don't understand the point of things anymore. If the younger generation isn't interested, then what's the point? We're going to retire in a few years. Maybe it's time to just give it all up. Move to Florida, sell the place, live on the proceeds.
Oh, Papa.
Oh. No, we've had our fun. We've had a good run of things.
No, Scofield, just because of one play.
I wish that was it, just one play. But I seen the look she gets in her eyes when she's in one of these things, caught up in this whole play business. It takes over her whole life. And then she's lost to me. How can we compete with that?
I think I better go now.
I guess you might as well, Tom. You never get into attention with her head in that damn script there.
Scofield, you don't need to be mean to everybody.
I'm just trying to do what's right here. I want to do the right thing. Oh.
He seems really upset. Should I just...
No, I don't think there's anything you can do when he's in that kind of mood. Sorry, Tom.
That's all right, Marjorie. I better be going anyway. We have a long day ahead of us.
All right, well, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, yeah. Good night.
After that, things changed a bit around the house. Oh, Katrina continued to work on her role, and that didn't change, but there was a sadness about her, a certain melancholy. She didn't like the fact that she had hurt her father, that she had disappointed him. A little cloud seemed to dim her brightness a little. Oh, she kept on with her duties and with learning her lines. Oh, she did both. She'd be out there in the orchard, harvesting apples, and learning her lines. And the days went on through the apple harvest season and through the foliage. Oh, I always loved the foliage so well up here in the North Country. Well, I mean, some years are better than others. Some years are rather yellow, and some are too late or too early. And sometimes it rains a lot and washes away all the leaves before they can really shine. And then there are those years when everything seems to align so perfectly. Clear, crisp, incredibly blue sky days with just a few clouds, seasonably warm, Indian summer-like weather, and just the right combinations of those deep reds, brilliant golds, bright yellows, liquid oranges, a little rust color here and there, and a hint of green too. And then finally, blow it all. Blow all this spontaneous bursting of an impossible collection of colors of the greenest greens of the fields and pastures, as if the grasses, jealous of the leaves' display, are furiously hurrying to put on their own show, so that we, as nature's onlookers, may benefit from such sweet competition. And through it all, the leaves want raking. The leaves fall down, fluttering, covering the grass, the walk, everywhere. The autumn days went by, and the foliage came and went, and the leaves fell one by one. Sometimes it seemed as if they had fallen all on our lawns, on our pasture. The big maple in the front yard by the Denton's orchard sign shed all its leaves in one night. I woke up, looked out the window, and there they were, all on the ground. Oh, I laughed when I saw it, as if I had discovered the tree, having taken off all its clothes, was standing there naked before me now. Naked branches reaching forlornly, pathetically into the blank sky. The tree, embarrassed and shivering in its newfound bareness. Things didn't improve on the domestic front. Oh, Katrina continued to work on her role, on her play, and Scofield continued to resent her for it. They seemed to me to grow further and further apart. I could understand both of them. I could understand both sides of this equation. Katrina wanted to pursue her passion, and Scofield, well, feeling the responsibility, the weight of generations, the ancestors breathing down his neck, sternly observing him. Well, I could almost see them there. His father and his grandfather and even his great-grandfather who began this whole enterprise, standing there with folded arms, looking down at us, testing us, expecting us to continue their hard-won legacy. And Katrina, so excited about this role that she had been given. And, well, her excitement was infectious. It brought an aura of change, of something new to the ritual of our lives. It was disruptive, I suppose. Well, disruptive to the order by which we were used to living our lives with, but I don't know, it was somehow worth it. Like a warm breeze blowing away the musty smell of wilting apples.
Mama, I've enjoyed this role so much. It's challenging. I don't know why they gave me this part, but now that I have it, I want to know everything there is to know about acting, about theater. Oh, my Papa, I didn't know you were there.
And how are you going to do that here? This isn't Broadway, you know. This is Kingsbury Common, just old Kingsbury Common.
I know. I'll figure it out. Somehow.
What are we going to do with him? What are we going to do? Season's winding down, but you knew that.
Yes, sir, it's nearly November.
Yeah, when the leagues fall, the customers all go home, back to the sea. Same time every year.
How long did you want me to stick around this year?
As long as we say, it'll be slow for a while, but you know, with Christmas time coming on, with the mail order business, we can usually help with that again, as usual.
Right?
But if you want to take some time off, you can.
Hmm.
Personally, I'd like it if you did stick around. Not because there's so much work to do, but because of, well, you know, her.
I understand, sir. I understand.
Where is Katrina anyway?
She's in her room.
Studying her lines, no doubt.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, it's none of my business, but if I were you, Tom, I'd take some time before you go and make a small visit to somebody. If I were you.
I think I may do that.
Come in.
Katrina?
Oh, hey Tom, what is it? What do you want?
I just thought I'd pay you a little visit, that's all.
Oh, okay, come on in then. You can have a seat, I'm just wearing lines. This character, Abby, in play, she is so complicated. I wish I knew her better, know who she was. You know what I mean? Of course you wouldn't, you've never done a play before, have you? What can I compare it to? Have you ever been in a new situation, a new place, with new people, strangers, and at first you don't know how to act around them? You have to kind of feel your way through to find out what makes it tick exactly? Well, this is the way Abby is, the character in the play. She comes from somewhere else into this strange family with their own dynamics and idiosyncrasies and dysfunctions. I mean, these terrible, terrible dysfunctions. And she has to, you know, feel her way through, just to be careful. And then out of the blue, she has this desire. And she, it takes over her heart. She can't function anymore. She can't be an impartial observer of this family. And it takes her into this different direction, this scary direction, this forbidden direction. Do you understand?
We used to spend more time together.
I know.
Maybe we can again someday.
I have to wait until this show is over.
When will that be?
About a month or so. We have 2 more weeks and then a 2-week run.
Thanksgiving, eh?
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to do another play right after that, are you?
Oh, no. I don't think so.
Good. Then maybe we could go out after that and go on a date, see a movie.
Yeah, sure.
Because I missed you, Katie. I mean, I know we see each other all the time, every day, in fact, in the orchard, in the shop. But we're always working. You know, I mean, we don't have time.
I know. I just... I don't know where I am these days, Tom.
With what? About what?
About us.
How do you mean?
You're a dear friend, Tom. You're like a brother to me, especially ever since Sco died. I mean, but I just, I don't know where my heart lies these days. I don't know much of anything anymore.
I see.
When we were dating in high school, we were so young and innocent. I didn't know much about the world. All I knew was Kingsbury Common and the orchard and the rituals of the farm. And now that I'm older, I just, I don't know, I want to get out more. I want to see more of the world. I want to go.
Where would you go?
I don't know, go anywhere. Do you want to go anywhere?
No, not really.
No. No desire, no wanderlust.
No, I guess I just always liked it here.
But that's it. How do you know that you like it here if you've never really been anywhere else?
It's not bad.
Not bad. Is that your standard? Not bad.
I guess I just never had any ambition to go too far away.
Ambition or courage?
How do you mean?
Courage, a sense of adventure. Did you ever have adventure books read to you as a boy? Who was that?
But those are fantasies, fiction.
Yes, but they're meant to spark your curiosity, your sense of adventure. Didn't they ever do that for you? Oh God, they did for me. Princesses and knights and crusades.
Oh, crusades and knights. What?
Yeah, sure. My father used to read bedtime stories to me as a little girl. About these two orphans who traveled the world and they get shipwrecked and they went to all these exotic places and they circled the globe.
Oh, is
and
that what you want to do? Circle the globe?
Maybe. I don't know. That's just it. I don't know.
I've loved you my entire life, Katie. I mean, since we were kids, playing in the sandbox. Then in Miss Evans' kindergarten class, then first grade with Miss Warner, second grade with Miss Ivy, third, fourth, fifth, sixth into high school. You were always the epitome of beauty to me, what I could compare others to, but no other girls could ever measure up. They could never meet your standards because they weren't you. And I still love you, Katie. I always will. I mean, I always will.
You love me, but do you really see me?
I want to. Let me try.
I don't know, Tom. I don't know.
There were no more leaves now. Well, only a few, but still, one has to rake to get those last ones out of the way, those nasty wet ones stuck to the walkway, trying to blend back into the earth, the nearly frozen earth. There were no more tour buses now. It was time to think of Halloween. Oh, I always loved Halloween. Pumpkin carving, trick-or-treating, costumes. Years ago, Scofield thought it would be a good idea if we had a pumpkin walk through the orchard to keep business flowing after the leaves had gone. So, we got about 100 pumpkins, and we invited all the neighbor kids to come over, and we had a day where we all carved pumpkins.
Where's Katrina anyway? Can't she help us?
Oh, she's rehearsing. She's got dress rehearsal tonight.
On Halloween?
And then it was opening night.
Help me, please. Okay. How do I look? It's okay?
You look fine.
I'm so nervous. I hope there's a big crowd. I hope I don't forget anything. So you're coming, right?
Oh, of course I'm coming. I'm going with Tom.
Oh, Papa's not going?
No, dear, I don't think so.
I wish you would come. I wish you could just see me act, and then maybe he'd know
Know what, dear?
how much it means to me. Could you talk to him, maybe convince him to come?
I'll try, dear. I'll try.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, well, I better go. We have to be there an hour before the show.
Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye.
And break a leg.
Hey, got a couple of good ones for you, Mother. For your pies. Thought we could bake them up tonight. Maybe Katrina would help us. She always used to like baking pies. Remember that one year? They got a dozen of them. Sold them all the next day. Made a fortune. She's not here, is she? Is tonight her play? Well, maybe she'll get it out of her system. We can only pray for that. I wish I could convince her, talk some sense into her. Are you going? You are, aren't you? Don't you think you're just encouraging her, flattering her, inflating her already inflated ego, don't you think?
Why don't you join us?
Us? Where are you going?
Tom, he's coming over. We're going together.
Him I can understand. He'll go anywhere with her. He's devoted to her. And that's another thing I don't understand. Why isn't she more attentive to him? Doesn't she know how lucky she is to have him?
She'd really like you to come. I would too. It would mean so much to her.
Well, whose side are you on anyway?
Nobody's. I'm on nobody's side.
Are we ready to go?
Yes, Tom, I'll be right there.
Are you disappointed in me?
A little. I mean, it wouldn't hurt you to try. To try to understand.
I can't. I'm too old. I'm too set in my ways. I can't change. It just doesn't feel right.
All right, then. Don't wait up for me. Come on, Tom. Let's go. And then it was time for her play. Oh, there she was up on that stage at the old Grange. She was beautiful, radiant, really. So alive, so thoroughly at home in that role, in that play. I felt such pride being there as her mother, watching her in her moment of achievement. Well, as the play went on, I found myself looking around at the audience, searching their faces, making sure that I was correct in my impressions of my daughter's performance. Some people looked a little distracted, a few bored, well, maybe. But most, oh, they were enwrapped, riveted to this wonderful performance. Oh, to my daughter. My daughter.
I just hope she continues acting. She could have quite a career if she wanted.
Really?
And I'm not just saying that. There was a director here tonight from a company I used to work with in New York. He was very impressed with Katrina's performance. Who knows, you may have to travel a lot farther to see her in her next incarnation.
Oh.
Now, of course, that's entirely up to her. You can stay right here in Kingsbury Common if that's what you want. But if you want something else in life, then the world's your oyster.
Really?
Oh, well.
He says that to all his actresses.
So, what if I do? No, seriously. There's a world waiting out there if you want it. But, excuse me, I've got to meet some other people. It was wonderful to meet you.
You too.
Oh.
Goodbye.
The play went very well. Every night Katrina would come home from the show glowing and exhausted. She'd get up late the next morning, which obviously displeased her father. I went to see the show twice more during its run. I went to see it the first night of the second week of performances, and then again on closing night. Every night I saw it, she seemed to disappear further and further into her character. Oh, sometimes it was frightening to watch her as if I didn't recognize her. And then, after the show, in her dressing room, she was happy. Oh, so very, very happy. And then the play was over, and we had our daughter back. There was no more leaves to rake. Time to put the rake away. It was November now. There were no more tourists anymore. Back to the city they went. It was time to move inside. We had an active mail order business for the holidays. All through the fall, all through the summer and fall, we actively marketed our mail orders. And we put out a catalog. And then gradually, as we moved through November, we got more and more orders. We didn't have a website, though. Scofield didn't believe in it, thought it was a fad, a waste of money. Well, and then after Thanksgiving, well, we were into the Christmas rush. Oh, I always enjoyed this time of year when the days grow darker and chillier and the autumn colors are replaced by the grays and browns and deep forest greens of the spruce and fir. It was time to move indoors and take stock. Well, it could be a sad and gloomy sort of time of year, but with the preparation of the holidays and the mail order business, well, it just gave it a little bit of bustle and of energy. We just moved all our activities inside. I always enjoyed the making of jams and jellies and apple butter. Oh, we made especially good apple butter. And pies, mulled cider fixings, oh, a whole host of products. Fruit baskets, chutney. Every year our ritual was set. I made the jams and the jellies and the pie, and Scofield made his famous apple butter. Everything had our label on it. Denton's Orchards. People had come to rely upon it. It seemed that they, too, needed the ritual of the Denton brand. And then, one day in November, something happened. Something rather devastating and completely unforeseen, at least to us.
Just in time. Got a lot of orders today. Just took one on the phone. You're having a really good time. Can you give me a hand with these boxes here?
Actually, I've come to say goodbye.
Goddard. What do you mean?
I've decided it's time for me to leave.
What, you going on a trip or something?
No. I won't be back for a long time.
Where are you off to? Where are you going?
Down country. I've got some cousins down there. They live in Connecticut. And then I thought I'd see some of the city. I've never really been there before. Then I thought I might spend some time down south. I've never been there before either. I just thought I ought to see some more of the world while I'm young.
But when will you be back? Maybe before Christmas.
No, I'll be gone all winter.
You'll be gone until spring?
I may not be back by then either.
Tom, I mean, the orchard, it needs a lot of work. You know, there's a lot of pruning to do in March. Tom, you know that. There's always a lot of work to do in March. I mean, surely you'll be back by then.
I don't know. I can't really say.
I don't know what to say. I mean, this place, you're a part of it. This farm, you're a part of it. We can't do it without you. You're our strong right arm.
But that's just it. I mean, I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. I mean, you two have treated me like one of the family, and I appreciate that. I mean, you've been like parents to me. But I don't know. I need to find my own way in the world. I need to... I need to have adventures.
But what about Katrina? Does she know about this?
Not yet. Is she up in her room? I thought I should tell her now.
I think so, yes.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for everything. Goodbye.
Did you know about this? Did you see it coming? What could have put such a notion in his head? Katrina. If only she'd shown more interest in him, given him some reason to stay. Oh, why does it feel like everything is falling apart all of a sudden, like the roof caved in on us. Well, that's it. We just have to rely more and more on Katrina. She'll have to start taking over the business. No more fun and frolics, no more extracurricular activities, and certainly no more plays.
Well, maybe we could hire someone else.
What? And spending all our time training them? No. Tom knew this place like the back of his hand. He could take over tomorrow, or in a few years anyway. But then it wouldn't be Denton's, it'd be Tom's. Oh, if only she'd shown more interest in him, paid more attention to him, given him some motivation for sticking around. Then he wouldn't have felt the need to go see the world, like he says. You know what I think? That play was the nail in the coffin. After that, life for Tom just seemed, I don't know, well, dull, I suppose. She needed a more stimulating life. Well, what happens when she finally settles down and gets this all out of her system, and then it's too late? Tom will have found a new life, a new girl. And meanwhile, how are we going to keep this farm going until then? I don't have that many years left in me, not at the pace we've been going. And we can't afford to cut back. We need all the income we can get. No, Tom was irreplaceable. I can't imagine running the farm without him. He's like, he replaced Sco as far as I'm concerned. After Sco died, I relied more and more on him, and now he's gone too. I can't handle it anymore, Mother. I don't know what we're going to do.
We'll think of something. We have to.
But what? I'm too old to change. I'm just too old.
Come in.
Hi, Katrina. I've come to say goodbye.
Goodbye, where are you going?
Down country?
You on a trip?
Sort of. But I won't be back for a long while.
Where are you headed?
I've got some cousins. They run in down in Connecticut. Said they could use the help during the holidays. Then I thought I'd see some of the city, then spend some time down south.
The South?
Yeah, I've never been there before. You know, I've never really been anywhere.
Yeah, but
But what?
I don't know. You sure you know what you're doing?
No, I mean, not exactly. But I feel like I have to leave. You said it yourself, adventures. You said I should go on adventures.
Yeah, but
But what?
I don't know. It seems a little hasty.
Hasty. I've been thinking about this for a long while.
Huh?
Yeah, ever since we had that talk before your play, I've been thinking about leaving. I can see that you've never really loved me, that you had stars in your eyes. And maybe you're right. I mean, you're right to be hesitant. Maybe I need to feel excited about something too. Something other than you.
Oh, Tom.
If you would only just say it.
Say what?
Say that you love me. Give me some sign.
I do love you, Tom.
No, you don't. If you did, you'd say it to my face.
I do love you, Tom. I do.
too late. I had to tell you to do that, to face me like that. It's different, it doesn't count. Things could have been so different between us, Katie. If we both cared for one another in the same way, if you cared for me the way I've always cared for you.
You can see right through me, can't you?
Anyway, all right. Let you all know where I am. And I love your folks. They've been great. Treat me like a son, really. I'll miss them. I'll miss being here. The house, the farm, the orchard.
Well, maybe you'll be back and make it sound like it's so final.
I know. Maybe it is. I just don't know, Katie. Goodbye.
Bye.
That's it. No hug, no kiss, just goodbye.
Goodbye, Tom. I'll miss you.
After Tom left, things went quickly downhill. Even the preoccupation with the mail order business wouldn't get Scofield out of his funk. Well, we went through the motions of it all, the yearly ritual, but it cast a pall over the holidays for us. Our future looked grim. And then one day, well, we had a visitor. Surprisingly, it was Katrina's director from the show she did.
Hope I'm not intruding on anything.
Oh, no.
Mrs. Denton, it's Graham Gordon from the Kingsbury Players, Katrina's director from the play she was in.
Oh, yes, come in. This is my husband, Scofield Denton.
Pleased to meet you. Is Katrina here?
She's in the room. Did you want to see her?
Yes. I wanted to talk to her. Well, I suppose I could tell you as well. Well, you got a remarkable daughter there, but I suppose you know that.
And what is it you wanted to talk to us about? I mean, this is a busy time for us, as you can no doubt see.
I see. Is this a mail order business that you're running here?
Yeah, for the orchard, yes.
You know, I've got a lot of friends in the city who just love some of your products. Maybe you could give me a few of your catalogs to take with me when I go. I don't want to keep you.
Would you like to sit down?
Oh, the locker. It's got a big box.
Yes, I'm sorry. We use every available service. Would you like something to drink? Coffee, tea?
Oh, no. No, thanks. I don't want to stay long. know, I have a friend, a top-notch director in the city. And, well, he was here, seeing the play we did, Desire Under the Elms. And he liked it very much. But he was particularly taken with Katrina. And he said that she was one of the best actresses he'd seen out here in the country in years.
Oh,
He would like to cast her in one of his plays he's doing in New York this winter. It's an experimental theater in Greenwich Village. It's called the Hayloft. It's beginning to get quite a reputation. It's just for the winter, but, well, it's very, very off Broadway stuff, but she would, it might lead to other things, more theater jobs, and, well, certainly more connections.
Yeah, but where would she live? I mean, would she get paid?
Yes, he pays his actors quite well, and I know of an apartment in the village, a place that she could stay near the theater. It's quite reasonable, not expensive at all. But I know she'd get a lot out of the experience. That is, if you could spare her.
It's not up to us, Mr. Gordon. It's her decision.
I see. May I speak with her?
Well, actually, I believe she's not in at present.
When will she be back?
Well, she'll be gone all afternoon, I'm afraid.
I thought I saw a car out front.
She needed to go to town for a few hours. Maybe you can come back tomorrow.
All right. Just tell her I came by, tell her I want to see her, and she has any.
Sure. We'll have to give you a call.
All right. I'm sorry to have barged in like this.
Not at all.
Bye.
So, Mr. Gordon, is it? Tell me, how long have you been in the theater business?
All my life. My parents were actors. They did summer stock. We were on the road a lot, Provincetown Players, West of the Playhouse, places like that. I grew up in theater. I went to art school, Juilliard for theater and music. My other love is the clarinet. I play in a group in the city. We call ourselves the Mixed Nuts. Look, if you're ever down that way, you should.
Yeah, but this theater life, what do you get out of it?
First of all, it's fun. We entertain people. Well, we mirror life to them. We let them see themselves in what we do. But everyone goes into theater for his own reasons. That's the way I do it. To reach people, to teach people, to make an impact.
Yes. But what do you produce? What do you make that you can look at and say, this is mine, this is what I made?
Well, I suppose it's different than the kinds of things you do. You make things with your hands. You grow apples, and then you sell them, and you turn the product into income. You make something tangible and fungible. You can hold it in your hands. Well, the product, I mean, and then the cash after you sold it. So I suppose in that sense, what you and I do is very different. But on the other hand, we both give people what they need. You give them a touch and eat and taste. And we in the theater give them something they can feel, something they can think about. But we both give people what they need, just the same.
See, this is what I do not understand. If I can't hold it, or taste it, or eat it, or if other people can't do that with the products I have made, then, frankly, I don't understand its value.
It's like a book. It's like a newspaper. You read those things, don't you? You get something out of them.
Marginally.
You must get something out of them, or you wouldn't do it.
Well, there are all kinds of things we do because, well, just because we do them, that doesn't make them useful. I'm talking about producing something of real value, a fundamental value that you can hand on to your children, and they can hand on to their children, and so on. What you do seems to be, well, too fleeting. It isn't real. It isn't practical. It has no real meaning, not to society and not to us. You say you want to give people something to think about, to feel. But then they have to go back to their lives and live every day and try to find ways to put food in their mouths and in their children's mouths. How does what you do put a roof over somebody's head? Or feed him? Or clothe him? You say what you do is a real profession. I don't see it that way. To me, it's just, well, filling time. And when my daughter is done filling time in this theater of yours, what will she have left? What will she have proved? And how will she pass on to her children what she has learned? How will what she does today in this theater of yours have any intrinsic value to time, to history, to her community, to her family, to her loved ones?
Those are big questions, Mr. Denton, and I don't think I'm prepared to answer them.
Huh. Well, you better be, because if I'm going to give you my daughter, my own flesh and blood, that her mother here and I have spent years nurturing and raising and loving and putting all our hopes and dreams on, well, sir, it had better be for a damn good reason. And it better be for more than it gives people something to feel. It better be for the good of society, and it better be good for her.
Hi, Katrina.
Mom, Dad, why did you tell me Graham was here? How are you? How have you been? Oh, please come sit down. Tell me how you've been. How are things going?
I just came over to see you.
How are things in New York? Are you directing anything?
I have to be going.
Well, you just got here. Did you, Mom, Dad? Why don't you call me down to my room?
Look, I better go. It's okay. Just ask your folks why I came here, and they'll explain. Look, listen. Here's my card. Give me a call. And, well, I'll see you later.
A call for what?
It's a job.
A job? What job?
It's a theater job in the city.
Really?
Yes. But I think you should talk to your parents first before you do anything. It's great to see you again. I've got to go. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Mom and Dad, why didn't you tell me Graham was here? He wanted to see me, didn't he?
Yes, dear.
Oh, Mom, why do you look so sad?
Well, we're just concerned for you, honey. We're just worried.
About what?
Well, about
About theater.
Theater. Why?
Well, you know very well why. Because it's dangerous.
dangerous?
Because it takes you away from us. From here, from the place, from the business. And it's no real life. What are you hoping to accomplish with this? I mean, what, may I ask, is this leading to?
I don't know. I just like it, it's all. You know, it feeds me in some way when I'm doing it. It just, like I did in this last play, I wish I could explain it to you. When I was up there on that stage in the last play that I did, when I'm on stage in the character, I wish I could be in that moment forever. You know, with the audience there, like this organism, this separate organism, and then they're all hushed, expectant, just waiting for me to say my next part, and waiting for me to tell them the next part of the story. Do you know how that feels? To be alive on the stage? No. You don't, and it's impossible. know what's right for me. And if I want to go to Boston or New York or to anywhere, it's my choice, it's my life now, and I intend to live it.
But dear,
No, Mom, no! It's my life now.
2 days later, Katrina did leave. I was outside on the front lawn at the time. I had just taken some boxes out to the UPS truck, and I was heading back to the house, and there she was, all dressed up with her luggage.
Mom, I'm leaving.
So you have everything?
Yes.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm fine.
So you have a place to stay in the city, and so it's all ready for you?
Yes, Mom. Everything's fine. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Did you say goodbye to your father?
I tried. He wouldn't even look at me.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, Mom, it's not your fault. But could you talk to him and just try to explain to him how much it means to me? And maybe one day when he's a little less bitter about it.
I'll try, dear. Goodbye, dear. That was all. She was gone. She was out of our lives. I had a feeling we wouldn't see her for a while, and I was right. Oh, she wrote to us from time to time. She was doing fine. She had a nice apartment. She was making friends. She had a part in a new play. It was strange, she said, but she liked it. Life went on at Denton's Orchards just as if nothing had happened. The mail-order business, the winterizing, the change of seasons, stacking wood for the wood stove. We sent out all our annual Christmas cards to all those tourists who bothered to sign our guest register at the shop. I enjoyed every year looking at all the names and addresses of all the people on those buses, those fall foliage tours, the leaf peepers. California, Texas, the Midwest, Florida. It seemed like every corner of the country had passed through our humble little orchard at some point. The holidays came and went, and we settled down to a long winter because it was the one time of year where we could relax a bit and unwind. Oh, we had to keep wood in the wood stove at all times, of course, and the walk cleared and the roof shoveled off. Well, there's more worry in winter about basic survival, but in general for us, winter is the one time of year where we can relax a bit, where time slows down around us allowing us to catch up. I always like to feed the birds at the bird feeder and keeping them happy. I enjoy that little ritual, and the ordering of seeds, I enjoy that too. Oh, I still make my baskets and sew quilts to sell at the shop. Scofield would read up on the latest in the world of orchards, of raising apples, and of cider presses, state-of-the-art storage containers and pruning devices, etc. And on, in the usual way, the usual rituals. But something was different this year, very different. Our lives had changed, and not for the better. We never talked about it much. It was too painful, I suppose, but we both knew it and felt it. Scofield became more bitter. He less connected, more inward. He developed a habit of muttering to himself as he walked. It was rather annoying. He forget where he'd leave things. Scofield became moodier, less connected to the world. I tried to talk to him, try to relate to him, but more often than not, he would just dismiss me and walk away, shaking his head and muttering. Our lives had changed, and not for the better. We never talked about it. A hole had opened up in our lives that could never be filled. Our world and our future was tentative, uncertain. We never talked about how we would go through another season, or how we could possibly make it through another year. We just engaged in our rituals in some sort of naive conspiracy that they somehow would see us through. But the question was forever hovering in the air. And then one day, I was at the mailbox, I think, and I was heading back to the house, as I always did, as I always do. And suddenly I felt a little breath of warm air brush against my cheek. It seemed to come out of nowhere, and I stood there with my eyes closed, savoring in the warmth there. Northbound it was, from someplace strange, someplace exotic. And it seemed to bring with it memories of many years, memories of growth and of melting, and of mud, and of the new smells, and of the earth, and of the plants, and of water, and of spring.